Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Blade of Darkness. Check out that loading bar. Glitchy.
Among the mountains of Zagros lies the Lake of Karun, and in the middle of the lake there is an isle. In ancient times, a tower was built on the isle, creating a guarded pass between the mountains which separates the ancient realms from the deserts to the north. For centuries, the Tower of the Isle of Karun was a bastion for the knights in the inhospitable and perilous lands of Zagra. Finally it was lost. The knights abandoned the fortress, and so the path to commerce was closed, and knowledge of it faded from the minds of men. The map, although besmirched by an orc, clearly shows the path between the mountains which leads to the lake.
And here we are. This is the Isle of the Dead that has been mentioned, at least in the Barbarian's first level, I think, by the Ancestor Spirit. If anything looks different right now, it's not just because I'm still tinkering with brightness and whatnot, it's because for this one I'm playing with the OpenGL, because the water otherwise does not get affected by the fog, and you can guess it looks really terrible. So mainly the brightness levels, I guess, might be slightly different in this video, but then again I'm always changing them anyway, so whatever. Also, the OpenGL mode is the cause of the loading bar glitchiness. By the way, there's a dragon here, circling the island constantly. Doesn't do anything else. Well, he does some sounds every once in a while, but other than that, completely pointless. But kinda cool. A unique model just for that. Maybe they just had it and decided to use it like this. Anyway, let's do a quick weapon overview. Here's the Queen's Sword from the Tomes of Ephira. It has a vampire attack, which predictably drains some health back into you. But I don't really need it. I don't know if it works on the undead, because I know precedent of some games where such attacks on undead actually drain your life into them. And I'm not sure it... No, it's not from this game, because I never used this attack actually. But some game definitely did that recently. So it is good against the boss of this level, but I'm not gonna use it because it's one hand, even though it has good power, it's one hand, not what the barbarian would use, so into the lake it goes. Now then, the scythe. The mystery has been solved. It is indeed the barbarian's weapon. It has this special attack, and it is a piece of crap, because the only part of the weapon that actually hits people is the blade. The wooden part doesn't, so if you're close to someone you will not be able to even hit them at all, especially with this thing. And its attacks are slow, and that in addition to being hard to hit people with, this weapon is shit, and don't use it. Now the longsword is where it's at. It has pretty much the best combo special attack the barbarian has. This thing, it's very quick, it does a lot of damage, and it's just overall the best. Doesn't take much stamina either, so... Also, the barbarian has some shared techniques between the swords in general. This thing, which a lot of characters have, useful against the boss of this level as well. You'll see why. And this combo, which will fuck you up. Normal attack, and then you press forward, and then another... Well, did it a bit late. Attack, forward... And now another attack, and you do this. Whoa, 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 whoa. It will fuck you up, because a lot of times you actually want to just go forward after an attack, but the barbarian, if you're level 9 and are using a sword, will not let you do that anymore. Which just serves as another reminder how shit the controls in games in this game are. Because the whole time you're playing as the barbarian, you are just fighting the game to be able to play it at least decently. Because the game puts a lot of sticks in your wheels. And I don't know if that's actually saying anywhere but in Russia, but you know, you can probably guess what it means. So yeah. And combos like this, this long combo, as the barbarian, that take too long to start. If you try to use it if you're anywhere close an enemy, they will pretty much interrupt it immediately with a swift, some sort of swift strike. But if you start these combos way beforehand and swing at the air like an idiot, at some point maybe either you will go forward enough or the enemies will come forward enough and they will walk into the last attacks, which are the most damaging anyway, and that will hit, which is stupid and ridiculous, but that's the barbarian in general. He is a pain to play as, so if it's your first time in this game, don't pick him. You will get a completely wrong impression of this game, because the barbarian makes it look like this game is completely unplayable and a piece of crap. Which it is not if you play as, for example, the knight or the Amazon. And I mean, I acknowledge that the Amazon is overpowered as hell, but at least she controls well. She doesn't have stupid limitations like that, and pretty much what you do, what you press, is what you get with her. Now she could stand to deal slightly less damage, but she would still be the most fun to play, the best character to play. The knight is also fast enough, but the dwarf and especially the barbarian, they are just infuriating. Now this level is slightly open-ended. There is a couple places you can go different ways and still arrive at your destination. Right here there is a door with a lock which isn't marked, which is, I think, an oversight, but it's an iron lock. And the iron key is right here on this table. Of course, there's an ambush here. Also, is it just me, but the barbarian seems to take a lot more damage from pretty much everything, like axes and swords. He has higher defense than a lot of characters do in these levels. But I've noticed myself taking a lot more damage from the same things than the other characters. Maybe it's just me, maybe it's just the very idea that barbarian is a piece of crap and pathetic kind of in a lot of ways translates to me feeling like he actually takes more damage as well. Oh, did I forget? Yes, I totally forgot to open that door. Let's do it now. So yeah, the barbarian is terrible. Runs out of stamina really fast sometimes. The combos are really stupid to use. At least the drinking animations are fast and good, but that's pretty much the only thing he has got going for him. Alright, now that door was one way to go, but I'm going to pick another because it's kind of slightly more interesting, and I want to show the entire level. Even though a lot of places in it are pointless and you don't need to visit them. Including, interestingly enough, a place that has a big plot revelation which pretty much points you, your character at least, in the direction where they need to go to defeat the evil and whatnot. Which is kind of interesting because you can skip that place, and I have no idea where the character gets his like directions if you do that. But you will see that a little bit later. You will see just what kind of information you can completely miss. Wow, I'm standing on the wall. Now here is strange. They could have just put a lever here that would open this door, but no. They decided to make this little stupid pedestal here so you can jump over and get there back up again if you need to go back. So that's kind of baffling. Okay, gonna ignore these zombies for now. I want to go up and deal with skeleton archers again. Ooh, don't want to miss this. There is a lot of 1000 health potions in this level, but there are some weaker ones as well. Which is good, because in this level it just so happens that I pretty much am guaranteed to not level up. I will be at the very end of level 12 by the time I kill the... Well, actually when I kill the final boss of this level I might level up, but that's too little too late. So potions are the only way to reliably restore your health on this level. But the level is actually not very dangerous. I mean, you can play in a very relaxed manner, pretty much like an idiot, like I am, and you will get some hits in, but... Well, I guess some new enemies come later, which might give some trouble to some people, I guess. We'll get to that when we get to that. Another... No, I did not want you to do that. See there! I didn't want to do that, but the character, when you press the keys required to walk forward after an attack, the character thinks, huh, the player might want me to do this long-ass combo. Anyway, iron lock. In here is another strange place. This central part is locked by all these doors. And that part is a dead end. Whatever. These doors mysteriously open by themselves. But for that you need to actually, it seems like, maybe to kill these guys. Because usually I would go here, kill the guys, then step in the other direction where I went, and the doors would just open. Oh, come on, how did you miss with that? But yeah, we are learning. Actually, the doors open when I kill those dudes. The more you know. Oh, come on. I need to land one hit. There we go. The barbarian is also really terrible at dodging, because his jumps are slow and very short. He will not go as far as you need to go in order to evade some attack. Okay. Gonna drink one of them 1000 life potions here, because I got a bit wrecked. And there's a ton of them lying around anyway, so... This door, here more zombie knights. You see how little defense they have. They die very fast in one hit and get like minus 500 health. So they take more than twice damage than the skeletons. Here you can go back to that part in the beginning, the gallows or whatever that's called. The place where hang people. But here is where you need to go. Here is some sort of toilet-like place, which is actually where you need to drop down in order to progress. First let me go around here and explore the rest of it. One more 1000 potion. And there's also this place, which you don't really need to go at this point, because it will just be a dead end. That dead end you go into from different directions later. This is the door that was locked by the unmarked lock. If you go up here, well, first of all, more skeletons. There we go. You can go up above here and go into a place where you cannot go otherwise. I think, at least. Need to drop on this beam in order to preserve some health. Down here, and somewhere around here should be a lever to open some doors. Alright, here it is. But there is also a weapon for the barbarian here, slaying sword. I will not be using it because it does not have this, which is the best move, as I said before. Here is a medium armor for the knight. Once again, I'm missing actually picking up armors on screen, but whatever. The knight will get it in here. Also, this little fireplace thing is a perfect place to illustrate how bad the camera glitches out when you are under a low ceiling. Let me see. Yeah, you can do all sorts of stupid crap like that. And that is pretty terrible. Anyway, going out here. Not even try. Skeleton. Yet another 1000 life potion. Don't need it. In here I will be able to get back from later. Much later. And in here, this is the other side of that dead end that I mentioned before. So let's progress, shall we? Let's drop down into these things which look like maybe toilets, but they are way too huge for that. I don't know, some sort of drainage system. Alright, this door here leads to the dungeon, which is another reason why we are here. Not only that map which marked this place as a base of the evil or the enemy or whatever, but that guy in Tel Halaf may have told us that Duke was held prisoner and this place is a dungeon, so maybe we'll find the Duke of Tel Halaf in here. This place is locked for now. Here is a huge vat of pea soup. If they tried to make this lava, they failed miserably, but this thing will kill you. Fortunately, there's this convenient lever here. Pressing it once stops the flow. And I shall now look, because I was never sure. Yeah, you need to press it twice. The lava starts draining, but it kind of starts draining before you actually stop pressing the lever. So for a while I thought that each time I pressed the lever twice, it just coincided with the time the lava started draining by itself. But that's actually, I don't know why I'm even telling you that, because that's not interesting. But yeah, you need to press this lever twice, that's the puzzle. But the pea soup is draining very slowly, so while it does, we'll go around here. There's a potion of 500 health. Some more torches here. This little treacherous place, because down there it looks like you might be able to walk there, but it's very steep and you will fall and die. Or, well, slide and die. Okay, first of all, let's go visit the place with the pea soup. I'm gonna take one of these torches. Interestingly enough, the character runs much slower with a torch than he does even with a weapon, so I don't know what's up with that. It's kind of annoying though. Because the torches, they burn out, and you don't want to do that. By do that, of course, I mean run slow. And down here you need a torch, and you need to be lighting up torches on the walls, because one torch will probably not last you enough. And in order to be able to light a torch further into the place, you need to light these things on the wall, so you'll be able to later light torches from them. Not every one of them is needed, of course, but it's still useful. Okay, I wonder if this torch will be able to actually last enough for the last one. Yep. Here we go. It runs out, but it doesn't matter to us because we just go forward, and here is this room, where we get some lore. And keep in mind, this is an optional place, you don't need to go in here, I think.
I, Freyr the dwarf, have concealed the stories of the gods with cunning traps, until the day when all that is secret will be revealed. Know that when Ayana's sword was returned to her altar, 6 tablets were brought into being, each one marked with a rune of power. The story of the creation of history was written on them, so that it should never be forgotten. To open the tomb of the Holy Sword, you will need the 4 great magical gems, and to obtain the power of the sword, the runes must be reunited.
So there, the 4 gems thing. It pretty much directs us to the next levels. There are 4 levels in which we get the gems, and I assume there is another place where we learn this along the story, because if you don't visit this place, the character should not know where to go. And if you have any runes, some of these things are activated, but I don't think there is actually a point to that. You get this power potion here, which I already have. And so yeah, this place is just for the power potion and the lore. If you miss some runes initially and later collect them, you don't need to return here, I don't think, to unlock the power of the sword. Actually, I might be wrong on that, but we'll find out as we go, because, well, I have already missed runes with almost every character but the knight, and I will be able to see what happens if you don't get all the runes. But for now, let's just go back. Actually, now that I think of it, 2 levels open after we beat this one, neither of them actually has the gem, and I think depending on which one you take first, they open 2 more levels, and each one of them opens different levels, so it's kind of interesting. Okay, where did I need to go from here? I forget. Alright, probably down there. Yep. So those levels might also have clues as to where the gems are, but I actually do not think that those clues are also mandatory. They might also be optional, but we'll see later. In any case, there haven't been any doubt that the story in this game is constructed kind of a wonky way. By the story at large, I mean just the progression, the way the character learns where to go and all that. Here's a little ambush. Wants to be nasty, really bad, but it can't be nasty because it's just zombies. And zombies of pretty low levels as well. Now, if these were skeletons, this might have been a challenging battle. But for now, the hardest part here is not getting stuck on zombies which emerge from underwater. Also, this music really sounds like a music track from Clive Barker's Jericho, which plays in that in the medieval chapter when the spirits of the children appear. The something Orium, I think the place is called. Anyway, let's emerge. We have the dungeon key now. We can proceed through this handy dandy shortcut back to the dungeon door. This is a strange place. If you really want to, you can drop down into the water from here, take some damage. There is no real point to it. The potion in here, which I will drink, even though I don't really need it, but oh well. Yet another one-way door. This one we've been by. Might remember that opening above the door. And when I go back from here, the skeletons break through this. Now this is actually a much more dangerous ambush than the zombies, but still. As you can see, this attack that I love so much, the only saving grace for the barbarian on this level, devastates them. There is actually nothing in here where they came from. I don't think there's any items in here and nowhere to go, so let's open the dungeon lock and see if the Duke of Tel Halaf, whatever his name is in the dungeon. Also see a new enemy type, finally. Come on, let me move. Fall already. There we go. I call these guys Black Knights, but they might have another official name. They're kind of like the knights in Sargon's first level. They taunt you, they behave similarly, but they have poison swords and such. And therefore are a bit more dangerous. I kinda wanna break their shields. Nope, that didn't hit. I also want this guy's potion, even though I already have maximum of that type of potion. Let's try doing this combo. You see, yeah, there we go. The hits the barbarian does are so slow that the enemies can easily interrupt him and get a hit in between those hits in the combos as well. So you have to be very cautious about how you do that. And that makes pretty much most of barbarian's combos very tricky to use and really impossible to use like you would expect, which is being able to hit with all the hits and not just like the last couple. Anyway, the guy isn't here. There are some people that I just freed. Don't have the key anymore, so that was all the dungeons, all the dungeon locks in the level. These guys cannot escape because they are too weak, but whatever. Okay, a part of me wants to go grab the 500 potion. And I think it's not very far, if I can find my way here. Is this it? Yep, this is it. Alright, cool. Gotta have maximum amounts of potions. The barbarian really needs them because he kinda sucks, as you might have guessed from my ramblings so far. Anyway, let's proceed. We are nearing the end of the level. There is another really shitty part somewhere around here, if I can see in this darkness. Alright, the tower. Here we are. This is yet another way to go back here, into this place, which I will not blame you if you forgot, but, well, let's just say we don't really need to be here at all anymore. Whoa, let's not fall down this tower. Okay, the only place you can go up, but everything is locked up there. So the level at which you emerge from the tower and go into the main building here is this here. There's going to be a couple nights. Well, I did that way too early, even for the barbarian. Okay, which one of you will be more aggressive? You are closer, I will try to target you for now. There is one hit. God damn it, and I'm already poisoned. Yep, there we go. Stun locked because the barbarian is a piece of crap. Okay, the guy with the potion is dead. I think he didn't drink it. So I will be able to cure my poison. 150. Not as much as I would like, but whatever. But yeah, these guys can be dangerous because they're quick and the barbarian is a slow piece of crap. But they aren't impossible, obviously. And the taunting can be their undoing. Wow, he did the second hit of the combo after jumping. I actually didn't know that he could do that. Alright. And normally a skeleton would respawn there. That is way beginning of the level where the skeleton archers were, which I was clearing out. But I think at some point a skeleton respawns there and shoots you through this window. But somehow I seem to have evaded the trigger which respawns them. Because it's not the one, there's pretty much all the skeleton archers respawn and some new skeletons spawn at the bottom as well, where the zombies were previously. But yeah, this place is kind of strangely confusing. Got to go here first and take care of some knights that are in here. Somewhere. There we go, there is one. Okay, yeah, the third stage of that combo is just not worth doing. There is another knight. The middle there is where you want to jump. When you get around to here. Okay, there goes his shield, now he's way less dangerous. This opens your way out into another level of this tower. Kinda wanna drink this potion. I also kinda wanna go back someplace for another one of these potions, but I will do it a bit later. After I'm done with this area, because maybe there is a potion in here somewhere. Actually, I know there is another 1000 potion later, so I probably will get that. Okay, there you don't need to go yet. This place, like, it's by process of elimination, you get where you need to go. But I will not demonstrate the whole process of elimination because it's slightly tedious. Here is a new enemy. Finally. Well, he just ignored me completely there. Come on, walk out. Minotaur. Unless he has the sort of like caveman's axe thing, which is like a stone tied to a stick, which is the weapon that mysteriously pretty much kills you in a couple hits, unlike everything else. He is really helpless. Because he is slow, doesn't actually... those meat cleavers, for example, they don't do much damage. But the other weapon that he can have, it does. So if you see a Minotaur of that weapon, you have to be very careful. But these guys, for now, they're completely pathetic. And check out how much damage this thing will do. Oh, nearly 1000. Well, he interrupted that one again. that one. Yeah, let's just not use that combo at all, ever. It would help if I could see here, but it's kind of too dark for me at the moment. But yeah, this guy attacks slowly enough that even the barbarian can evade it. And I'm doing a fairly terrible job, but you will notice that pretty much all my hits were a result of me trying to do that long combo, which you should just abandon completely. And in that case you will succeed flawlessly against these guys. Or you can do it when you attack from the side like so. Some people emerge. This guy doesn't actually seem to see us. If only I could see. Yeah, I think right now I'm behind him. Let's try to maybe do a sneaky... No, I cannot. Oh well. Go away, you are annoying. And he drank his potion, of course. Ah, don't stand there like an idiot. Yeah, the slow animations when you lose your stamina are just another one of those things which you understand are fair, but still hate so much that it's not even funny. Now don't do... See there! Press forward, but no! Don't walk forward, do a stupid fucking combo which you don't need. By the way, this thing. If you're very careful and very crafty, you can land some very powerful hits with it, using this combo. Those 3 hits are devastating, but predictably enough, this combo is such a pain to land without getting interrupted that it's just not worth it, and most of the time you shouldn't even use this thing. It also has this, which is pretty much just X specific, and that final overhead hit is also something that you should just interrupt and not let the barbarian even try to land, because it's impossible. Anyway, I'm gonna drink my full life potion, and before anything else, after I get out of this place, I will go back and collect some potions that I've left laying around.
Coward.
God damn it. And yeah, the thing here is open jail mode makes it way darker for me, and I didn't want to raise the brightness just in case it will be overly bright on the video afterwards. So I can barely see these guys even, like what distance they are to me, what they're doing, and all that. I know it sounds like an excuse, but it's almost not an excuse. Whatever. And here is where I perform some backtracking. Normally with the tower key you go to the top level of this and, goddammit, and stop lagging. And that is where you proceed, but I want some potions. Somewhere around here should be another 1001, I think. Yep, there we go. That's for that one I drank. And there is a full life potions near the very beginning of this level. Which I mean, oh well. Maybe those skeletons have spawned there by now. There might be some weaker potions around here as well, but not really worth seeking out. I'm gonna go through the top here, just in case an archer is spawned. Nope, none. Cool. Wonder how I missed this guy. But yeah, I am not the sort of man that will say I have no excuses for my terrible performance, because I have excuses. And those excuses are legitimate, so screw you. And I mean, the excuse is stupid, the dark monitors thing. I could every day, any day just go by a better monitor, but I can't be arsed to. Crust. No, I think there might be cheese in here as well. Yeah. No, 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 not what I want. There, already 3 times I think this combo has fucked me up. Well, it hadn't really fucked me up because I didn't suffer any repercussions for doing it. But you can see how it gets really annoying. And who the hell decided that a combo, like control combinations for performing it, should be pressing forward after an attack? That's like the thing you want to do the most often pretty much in this game. The best part is, spoilers, when we get the Ana sword, there is also an attack that has attack and then backwards. So you cannot move after attacking as the barbarian at that point. Which is just fantastic. Awesome game design in here. Oop, that's not the top 4 actually. Here we go, tower lock. Now this place is kind of bullshit because it's completely pitch black and you only get 1 torch in here. And it's very, very convoluted. And there's stuff you might want in here, such as some sort of sword for the night, which is good, and a 1000 life potion. But I, for the purposes of being able to get through this without actually... Oh yeah, let's cutscene. Who might that be? Without actually having to go and increase my brightness, for the purposes of being able to do that, I shall just hurry up as fast as I can. But rest assured, there's actually 2 staircases here, not this one. Kind of like an inner Londo in Dark Souls, you know, 2 intertwining staircases like this, which make it really confusing to find out where you are. Okay, drop the torch. Yeah, the weapon selection is another thing I really hate. Sometimes you really don't have time to wait around until when you selected the weapon and before your character actually draws it. I couldn't understand if the animation for like drawing the weapon and stuff was slower, because it's probably not the fastest thing to do in real life as well. But he legitimately just waits. You have to wait for the selection menu to fade out before you can change the weapon, which is stupid. But I think I've said it before, so whatever. But I think this game is a bit overrated actually. A lot of people don't know about it, but the people who know about it usually praise it as some sort of like masterpiece, which a lot of aspects of this game are amazing. But it could be way better done. And even a game like Crusaders can teach this game a lot in terms of how to get things right. Which is really sad when you think about it. Alright. Another one of these guys, Demon. He is completely useless. There we go, dead. I even cut out his middle part, but he still hasn't actually died, because I don't think I got any experience, and he just kind of teleported away. But this is nearly the end of the level, only the boss left. The boss is kind of bullshit. You can deal with him if you know how, but learning how is very dangerous, and if you try to play this game without saves the first time, this boss will fuck you up. But first we're gonna go look at some more lore. Gonna select this thing for the boss.
After defeating the enemy, Eresh Kigal's life withered away from the perilous wounds he suffered in battle. His devoted friends carried his body to the temple of the goddess and entombed him there, close to the stone altar where the sword had been laid. As the shrine was closed, 4 beautiful gemstones magically appeared on the ground. A white opal, an aquamarine, a black obsidian stone, and an amber gem in an oval shape. Each friend made a promise to keep the secrets of the gems, and decided to leave signs so they could retrieve the sword and use it to destroy evil once again.
Oh, so never mind. This actually is where you learn about the gems if you pass that place. So, good to know, I guess. Whew, but for now, let us go and take on the boss. Here we go. That guy, whose shadow we saw before.
My, what a tasty morsel. Who are you? A hero, a visionary, or food for my worms? New courage for my slaves, a placing for my armies.
This guy is a jerk face. He is vampiric. His attacks will drain your health and add it to him, and his shield is vampiric as well, so when you attack his shield, you lose a lot of health and he gains it. So, counterintuitively, your first order of business here should be actually breaking his shield. Because the first half of the fight is where it can be excused that he has it, but if he has it later, you will get fucked up. I will try to land this thing. Apparently it missed the shield completely, but whatever. Oh! I just killed him.
We shall meet again, and with me will be someone even more powerful than I. Our victory is assured because my lord is invincible!
Alright, this dragon is actually here, doing some stuff in the cutscene. Cool.
The enemy has fled. A malign creation of necromancy, he was no more than a minion, a serf sent by a power still greater than he. Lord Kerman, Duke of Tel-Halaf, was not found among the prisoners in the tower, but there is evidence that he is held in Shalatura, the fortress of the orcs. In the tower is a mural depicting the history of the fallen warrior, hero of the War of the Sword, which speaks of the return of evil and of the sword as the only force strong enough to counteract it. If one of the 4 gems should be found and the sword appears, it would be of great assistance.
So yeah, I didn't expect to kill him that quickly actually. Normally the battle goes like that. You break his shield, then you whittle down his health, and when he gets like 1500 health, he starts doing that thing where he vanishes and reappears right behind you, breaking your lock on and attacking. And that backslash whatever thing where you turn around and attack, that is how you counteract that, because there he appears behind you, you do that and can immediately jump backwards and lock onto him while he is stunned by your attack a little bit. So there's that. But that was actually like the best battle with the vampire that I have ever had in my entire life. Because I landed around 3 hits with that combo. All of them somehow went past his shield and that killed him. So yeah, that was ridiculous. Also, I don't think I actually killed him because he had like 5 or something health left, and in the past I know that I have done away all of his health, and that actually gave me experience and leveled me up right as the cutscene started with him fleeing. But like the demons, I think in this case the battle ends if the health that he has is low enough, so I might have lost some experience there by not actually reducing the health to 0, but it's not really important. Anyway, next 2 levels are Shalatoire Fortress, which houses a lot of orcs and goblins, and the Oasis of Nijab, which also houses a lot of goblins at least. Maybe some orcs as well, I think, yeah. This thing, when you beat it, opens up 2 snowy levels from which to get gems, and this thing, when you beat it, opens up a volcanic castle level, kind of, and another one, slightly like Middle Eastern level, like the Oasis itself. So, I don't know how the character learns about the Oasis, but I will go to Shalatoire anyway, because that's where the Duke might be imprisoned, Lord Kerman, I think his name is, the frog guy from the Muppets, well, almost. So it makes sense that I would go there first to free that guy. So next time I will be going there. So for now, thank you for watching Blade of Darkness, and see you next time. Goodbye.